The team that was second in the East last season in 2019 was the Montreal Alouettes. My one big question for the Alouettes is, how does Vernon Adams avoid regression, or how does he get better at enough stuff to offset the regression that I think is coming for him? We've talked about this before, Marsh, you and I. His passing accuracy was not great. He got away with throws that he shouldn't have. He really enjoyed staring down receivers. I believe it was 9 dropped interceptions when I talk about throws that he shouldn't have gotten away with. How does, if that doesn't get better, if he doesn't get better at stuff like that, how does he avoid the luck factor regressing to the mean and him becoming not viable as a starter at quarterback, and we start thinking about Matthew Schultz? Montreal has done some really nice stuff in bringing in receivers to get him going. William Stanback is back from the NFL. Hey, we've added some pieces on that defense as well, but there's a lot of expectations on Vernon Adams. And if he regresses in some of the things that didn't bite him in the butt in 2019, it could go real bad.
My question, again, feeds off of yours in this spot, TT, when it comes to Montreal. And it is, again, revolving around Vernon Adams Jr., but specifically for the style of play that he's going to have this year. Does he stay as vertical? That's the big question that I have, because when you have William Stanback in the backfield, there's really 2 ways that they can go with this in terms of Vernon Adams Jr.'s development. He can be the gunslinger who's ripping it deep all the time because he's taking shots, because he knows that he's got the steady balancing act of William Stanback beating people up and stealing the odd second and long if they go incomplete, taking a deep shot on first down. Because, again, playing the metrics of this, we know that when you throw the ball deeper, it is going to be a lower efficiency throw. You're going to complete less of them. And so if you're completing less of them on first down, that means that you're left with more second and longs. Well, if you're able to convert more second and longs using a running back that's going to stiff arm people and run right through their face like William Stanback, then you have the ability to stay really vertical on first down and challenge defenses in a way that other teams necessarily can't, because they might not have that second down running game punch. With that being said, they could also go to a more conservative, more toned back offense and say, we've got all these receivers, but if we can run really great short and intermediate routes intertwined together, great mesh routes, beat people with man coverage, with creating separation, we don't have to just chuck it over the top all the time. And if we start to pick people apart, like we got picked apart in the East semifinal in 2019 by Trevor Harris in Edmonton, we've also got William Stanback who can give us the consistent punch. So I imagine it either becoming this shoot it down the field, take your risk, get vertical, and then use Stanback, or you stand back and surround him with this really high efficiency passing offense. I'm not sure Vernon's that guy, but there's a potential there for them to go one of 2 ways. And I think it's going to be pretty distinct once we get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I was just looking it up. Adams converted second and longs 49% of the time when he threw the ball. That was tied for the highest in the league with Nick Arbuckle. His passer rating wasn't amazing because he threw 5 interceptions in it as well. But the William Stanback factor is intriguing. Huge. Of how much will they use them? How much will defenses encourage them to use them? As you and I have talked about, we think Stanback is a different breed among CFL running backs right now. So that's one guy I'm excited to see.